Oh, I didn't recognize you there. Are you following me again? Today there's something special I want to talk to you about. Because I hired somebody very special today to learn the tips and the tricks how to get that Dita Von Teese look. And you're like, oh my god, but you already look stunning. Thank you. But I'm the messiest pinup you will find. My hair will always be fluffy. My face will always have a stick on. And today I'm like, I want to show everybody how to do it like it's supposed to. Because Dita, this woman is flawless. So I hired Jane von Vintage to tell us all the tips and tricks how to do our makeup. So ladies and even gents and everyone who wants to be involved in this process, come with me and let's get that perfect look going.
So you want to get rid of all the imperfections in your face just to have that perfect base. So your red lips and your cat eye eyeliner will look perfect. Always blend down your foundation to the neck, so you don't have like a harsh line here and it looks like you're wearing a mask. You want it to look as natural as possible. Alright, second step is concealer. The concealer can always be a little bit lighter than your foundation just to have that extra highlight underneath your eyes, so you look as awake as possible. Just apply it in kind of like a triangle. Always set under the eyes with powder. I'm doing this with translucent powder, just so you don't have creases underneath the eyes. So because her hair is almost black, I'm using a pencil that's like a really dark brown. Never use straight black on the eyebrows because it will look really unnatural. So I'm just gonna use the darkest brown that I have. And what you need to worry about is just really focusing on the arch of the eyebrow, because that is what's gonna make it the more retro. Also what you need to worry about is doing like an ombre, so it's darker on the back than it is in the front. So as you can see, eyebrows are never exactly the same. You should look at them as sisters, not as twins, because no one's eyebrows are the same. So don't be too perfectionist about it. So for the eyeshadow, I'm using this Lorac Pro palette. This is like the perfect pinup palette because it has all of these neutral shades in it, and that's perfect for a pinup look. So I'm gonna start with just a really neutral shade as a base, which makes it easier for me to blend the other colors. So I'm gonna put it on all of her eye and blend it out. Then in the crease we're gonna use just a neutral brown shade just to deepen the eye a little bit. For a pinup look you want it to look natural, so just emphasize the natural beauty of someone's face. Also because you don't want to get the attention away from the red lips we're going to put on. Then on top of the eyelid, we're just gonna do a really light shimmery eyeshadow. This is nice because it still looks natural, but because it's shimmery, it lets the light reflect beautifully and kind of emphasize the shape of the eyes. blending is key with these looks. You want it to look as natural as you can. So eyeliner time. She looks scared. Don't be scared of an eyeliner because it can smell your fear. So all you need is a good black eyeliner, and I'm using this little tiny brush from Zoeva. A brush is really important because if you use a brush that's too thick or too chunky, it won't give you the crisp line that you need. So just use a little tiny brush. I'm gonna ask her to look down. So you do the upper lid first, and then we're gonna tie the wing to it. Always be sure that you're doing it really close to the lash line, otherwise you'll have like a weird space in between. Okay, now you can look straight ahead to the camera. Always when you do your wing, make sure you look straight in the camera, otherwise your wing will kind of change its shape and you don't want it to hang down or anything. Don't worry if you smudge it a little bit or you go out of the line, you can always fix that with a little bit of concealer afterwards. All right, now we're gonna fix it. So what I do is I just use a little bit of the leftover foundation on a really sturdy brush and then just swipe away the extra eyeliner. So you can look down. And there is your perfect wing. Can you look down for the people? There we go. Perfect. Now mascara and lashes. So I always use disposable spoolies because it's way more hygienic than using the actual wand of the mascara. So yeah, you don't want to get an eye infection, do you? So, okay, you can look down a little bit. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of mascara on your lashes just to make them black so you can't tell you're wearing the fake eyelashes. Doing your bottom eyelashes, some people don't like it, but it actually opens up your eye a little bit more, so I would recommend doing it for this look. There we go, and now lashes.
Which lashes do you use and why?
So my favorite glue to use is the green one by Duo. Because it has no latex in it, so you won't have trouble with anyone having allergies or something. And it also dries really fast, so that's really nice. First, I'm gonna have to see if these eyelashes are too long for her or not. So you can look down, don't close your eyes. And see if we have to cut a piece off or not. I think they work. All right, perfect. So we don't have to cut anything off. If you have to, always use on the end of the lashes, the longest bit, never on the shortest bit, because then it will look weird. Just put a little bit of glue on, wait for like 30 seconds, and then you can start sticking them. So now they got a little bit tacky, so I'm gonna ask her to look down, and I can just put them on top of her own lashes. So I grab the two sides and put them on top. And then just press them on. Okay, look up. They're comfortable?
Very comfortable.
Good. That's because it's a thin band on it. If you take the one with the black band right there, it's gonna be uncomfortable for most people. It's the only place that I want drama in my life are my lashes.
It's a good quote.
Right?
And we were also just talking about having fake lashes or having fake lashes.
Extensions.
Extensions, the permanent ones. I would never do the permanent ones.
No, it's such a hassle, and if they fall out, it looks so weird.
You look like a spider is like, a stripper spider is opening their legs on your eyes, and you're like, it's really weird.
Yeah. So I'd rather just stick them on instead.
It's only a 30-second job, ladies and gents.
And gents.
And anyone who prefers to wear lashes.
Yeah, right. There we go.
I feel like myself again.
Yes. This gets the glamour into your look instantly, right?
And this is just a daily look. You can do this anytime, anywhere.
So I always like to use liquid lipsticks. This one is one by Sephora, just the brand. They really stay on way longer than normal lipsticks, so that's why I like to use them, especially if you're working with red colors. I also use a lip liner just to make sure that it's nice and crisp around the edges. I use this disposable lip brushes as well. You can use a regular lip brush for this, but just a hassle washing them every time, so I use these. Bombshell lips.
So there's one more step, right?
One more step is the cheeks, because you have the bright red lips right now and it kind of gets all the color out of your face. So we're gonna put it back into it. Just get a nice fluffy brush. I'm gonna use like a peachy color on her. This is like a really dark peachy color, which I like.
So fluffy.
And we're gonna put it on the apples of the cheeks, but not too far in, because that will make it look weird. Just like that, and swipe it a little bit to the back.
This is the only time we swipe right, ladies.
Right. And this is gonna give you that perfect retro blush in your face. It's really nice. Other side. There we go. Transformation done. How do you think?
I think it looks amazing.
Awesome.
Thank you.